Hi everybody! Today I'd like to show you my Harry Potter collection. So if you don't already know, I am a big time Harry Potter fan. And over the years, I have accumulated a pretty nice sized collection of Harry Potter stuff. When I make some of my YouTube videos, I sit here in our office at a table with these bookshelves in the background. So you might have seen my Harry Potter shelves behind me before, but I've never really taken you up close to show you what's on them or show more details about anything that I've collected. So I thought that would be a fun thing to do today, so please stay tuned if you'd like to see my collection. Okay, so we're going to start at the top of my bookshelves, and I have to stand on a chair because I am just too short otherwise. And please keep in mind that I share all of these shelves and things with my husband, so some of his collectibles are up here and around also. So the first thing on top of my Harry Potter collection bookcase is at the back I have a map of the Wizarding World of Harry Potter when only that first section was open, and then it's kind of like also taken some creative license. You can see like the ride, the Forbidden Journey, there over on that side. And then there's Hagrid's hut. Sorry if the glare is real bad. And then Hogsmeade, it's down on this part of the map, but then it also shows like a lake and stuff. You know, that's not really there. So it's just kind of like a nice artistic interpretation of the Wizarding World, the first half that was open. And I was gifted that, so I put it in a frame to keep it nice. Then I also have a couple of stuffed animals. So I have Fawkes the Phoenix, who was adopted in 2018 from the Wizarding World. And I have a non-official Harry Potter owl, but this is an owl that my husband gave me, and it's very special for that reason, so it's going to stay part of my collection. And this is Mrs. Norris, and she's like an actual licensed Harry Potter item. Mrs. Norris, I found her at a bookstore a long time ago. And please ignore the catapult or whatever that is. That's my husband's. I have a platform 9 3/4 sign at the back, a little Fantastic Beasts movie poster. You can't see it really much, and I don't want to upset the apple cart here, but there is like a plastic kid's broom that's just from like a Halloween store a long time ago. Then I also have a few pillows. So I have a Bertie Bott's Every Flavor Bean pillow and a Quidditch pillow, and then a pillow with Harry on it. And I think those were from a store called Gordman's a long time ago. Then I also have a sorting hat. So that's everything up on the top of my shelves that is Harry Potter related. Next we'll go on to the top shelf. So I have a couple of things that are on here are from, well, probably several things now. They are from the Wizarding World loot crates. So this Wizard's Welcome sign is from the loot crates, and so are these adorable sticky notes that I refuse to use, and so are my Harry Potter pins. And also that patch. But maybe it's easier if I just kind of go in order. So I have some postcards from the Wizarding World from my very first trip there. And I have some little die-cast metal vehicles. I've got the Ford Anglia and the Hogwarts Express and the Night Bus. And there's a little teeny tiny Ron with his broken wand. I think that's so funny. And over here is a little teeny tiny Harry. And there's a Harry from another game there. I'm not entirely sure what game he's from. And then there's also another little Harry figure here. I have a Hogwarts playset that opens up. And this actually, I know it sounds wacky, but this came off of a sock. And I refused, oh, I think, is it the sock I'm wearing now? I don't know. It might be the socks I'm wearing now, but I refused to throw Harry's little decapitated head away. I just couldn't do it. So his little head sits there. So again, I have the sticky notes that are too cute to use. And here are the pins. I've got several. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pins now from my Wizarding World loot crates. I'm not sure of a better way to display them. Maybe I could put them on a lanyard, but then I gotta hang it. I also have an older set of Hogwarts Legos. It's kind of in like pieces and been taken apart because I got it before we moved, so I had to kind of take it apart to move it safely. So it's not exactly perfectly intact. I also have a Gryffindor spatula that was gifted to me, and I've used it one time for the unofficial Harry Potter cookbook video I just made. In front, I have a pair of Harry Potter's glasses. I think these are just another, like an inexpensive pair that are from the Halloween shop. And then I have a couple of lanyards, and I have a few Legos. So I have a Dumbledore Lego keychain, a Harry Lego keychain, which I've never used either, because if you use them, then they'll get all like scratched up and worn off, and I don't want that to happen, so they sit here safe. And then this Lego came from not a Lego, like a legit Lego store, but a store that sells used Lego sets. And they said it's Harry Potter, but I don't know. I mean, I don't know if it's Harry. I mean, it's got the scar, but is this hair accurate? And are these clothes accurate? I'm not sure what set he would have come from. I've got a Hedwig keychain that has a little zipper in the back, so it's like a little coin purse. And this is a little snitch keychain. I have some patches, and I also have a picture, oh, it's kind of glary, a picture of myself from my very first trip with my husband to the Wizarding World in Orlando. It was a very special trip, so I keep that picture up. Now moving on to shelf 2, I have stickers on each side that I got in a recent Wizarding World Loot Crate box. Oh, I think one of them fell. Yeah, there should be 6. Then I have some keychains from way back in the day from Hot Topic, I think. This is a Deathly Hallows symbol keychain. I have the Quidditch, like, supplies keychain, and a small mirror of Erised. And I have a glow-in-the-dark pair, you know, not real, there's no lenses or anything, but a little glow-in-the-dark pair of Harry glasses that came from one of those book parties for a release of a new Harry Potter book. I don't quite remember if it was Deathly Hallows or which one, but those definitely came from like a Barnes & Noble or something. Then I have this Harry Potter wand, which is a game, some kind of game where you have to like follow and move the wand like it tells you to move. I never got the hang of it, but I refuse to get rid of the wand, obviously. Then I also have a Harry Potter 20 questions game. I have some little like bookmarks and stuff in the back, and a daily calendar. That's a pack of Harry Potter crayons in the back, and then a Luna Lovegood sleep mask, which came in a new Loot Crate box. I've got Arnold, my pygmy puff, and yes, I just named him Arnold like Ginny named hers Arnold. He is from my very first trip to the Wizarding World, and this was a gift. I'm pretty sure I asked for that one Christmas or something, with little tiny sorting hat, and it is just the cutest thing, and I wish I could get my cats to wear it, but they won't, so it just sits on Arnold. Then in the back I have another golden snitch, just a plastic one. I think that came from, again, like a Halloween costume shop. I've got a time turner, and I have the Horcrux ring, which also is very, very special to me because that was used in my proposal from my husband. So, I mean, that's how serious it is. He incorporated something Harry Potter into my marriage proposal, and it was this ring, and I just am like never getting rid of this thing. So I know I have a couple things in this collection that are just like extra special and that I will, no matter what, like never get rid of, like ever in my life. And this is one of those things. So this is staying forever. This ring, I just wish it fit me, but it doesn't. It's too big. Okay. Next we have the piggy bank ceramic piggy bank that came from the Wizarding World Loot Crate. It's a Niffler. In the back, I have a plate that I found at a resale shop, and I have never been able to find a plate like this ever again. And I would love to have more of these, but it was a totally one-off fluke find, and we absolutely bought that plate. I have a pack of Drooble's Best Blowing Gum that I think I got at Hot Topic a long time ago. And I also have some candy from Hogsmeade, from Honeydukes. That was from our first trip to the Wizarding World. So I got the Exploding Bonbons, the You-Know-Pooh, the Peppermint Toads. I got my Chocolate Frog, and the Birdie Bots beans. That was all on our first trip. And then my sister brought home the lemon sherbets, or sherbet lemons. And then I also got this Chocolate Frog, just kind of at some point, and an extra little box of Birdie Bots. So I don't, normally I would not open and eat any of this, but my sister had opened the lemon sherbets, which is totally fine. And so we are able to actually snack on some of those. So I haven't tried one yet, but I wanted to keep the box just like that for my collection. I've got the Horcrux locket here, and that came with a box set, which I will show you down there, but I have it here and I never wear it or anything, but maybe I should. I also have a Gryffindor pocket watch from the Wizarding World Loot Crate and an extra plastic time turner. Again, another like costume, Halloween costume shop find. Then I have something that, again, is very important, just like my ring and just like my unofficial Harry Potter owl up there. But this letter is something that my husband kind of put together. He made for me. And he like decorated, you know, like he drew that himself, and he had the little wax seal and everything. And it looks like, I won't show you the front because it's got my address on it, but the front has like my name and address like Harry's did when he got his letter. So, and then the letter inside is like the letter he gets, like saying, congratulations, you've been accepted to Hogwarts. And so my husband made that like himself and like wrote it all out for me. So I am keeping that forever and ever. Next on shelf 3, I have my wands, and I also have some pictures that are from the Loot Crate. So they gave us 4 like large kind of postcard picture things of the founders. So there's Ravenclaw, Slytherin, Hufflepuff, and Gryffindor. I didn't know where else to put them, so I put them up here. And then these are my wands. So I will start with Harry's wand. In the back is Ron's wand. And then here's Hermione's. And then these other 2 are also very important because this is the one that chose me. I know it's not beautiful, it's a little bit creepy, but that's the one that chose me when we went for our very first time to the Wizarding World. So I had to buy that wand because it was just like so fun and special to me that I got chosen the very first time we were there, the first time we were ever in Ollivanders, and it was like just meant to be. So I got that wand, and it is a little creepy because it's got a skull and a snake, and it's a little wiggly, and I don't think it exactly matches my personality, but I am not going to question the wand. It chose me for a reason. And I also have a second wand, and I know that's not how wands work. That's not how this works. But I had to get this wand because this is another time that my husband and I went, and this wand did pick me at Ollivanders, and it has the little special light. I don't know. It's got the special tip or whatever that helps you so that you can actually cast the spells with it around the Wizarding World. So that's why I wanted this one, because 1, it picked me, and 2, it could like do something, like it's interactive. And I knew my first one obviously wasn't interactive. So now I have 1 kind of regular wand and 1 interactive wand, and they're both very special, and they sit here. And they don't, I know you might notice that like, oh, don't roll away. Okay. That they are dusty on those boxes, and this is going to sound mental, but when you get your wand from Ollivanders, at least the 2 that I have gotten, they come with like dust on them right from the wand shop, and I do not want to dust them because then I could lose some of that genuine Ollivanders dust, and I will not let that happen. Okay, now we're moving on to shelf number 4. So I have Tom Riddle's diary, which I just got for Christmas of 2018 from my husband. He knows me very well, so, you know, when you love somebody, you give them a Horcrux. And I also have some, okay, well, my Harry Potter, like, books are here, like the actual story books, and I also have some extra type of books. So first I have Harry, A History, which is an amazingly good book. I love that. Then there's a collector's handbook, Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. I think these were like some of the first copies of Fantastic Beasts and Quidditch Through the Ages that came out. It's a 2-book set. Then Tales of Beedle the Bard. I have an extra copy of book 6. I have a couple extras of these up here. So I just like to have some extras because I'm just crazy and I have to have the extras of the books. Like, what if somebody comes to my house and says, oh, I've never read Harry Potter. Like, do you have the first book I could check out, or can I borrow from you? Well, if I don't want them to borrow like my hard copy, then they can just take one of those. I also have years 1 through 3, the illustrated copies. This is all that's available right now, but they're awesome. I love these illustrated books. They're so pretty. Then I have Sorcerer's Stone and Chamber of Secrets, but it's actually Philosopher's Stone, this one. So this one I picked up in London at the Warner Brothers studio tour, the Harry Potter studio tour. I don't, it's like over. I don't know if it's London exactly, like London proper, but we went over to London to see that for our honeymoon. So I got this book from the studio tour, which I just had the best time. That was an amazing day, and I would love to go back to England and buy more of the books and the English version instead of the American version. So this is the very important copy that I got over there. But then I also got this Chamber of Secrets that my sister brought back for me when she went to England. So she took a trip over there And I believe she did find this in London. I could be wrong, so she can correct me if I'm wrong on that. But this is like a copy, like a version of the book I had never seen before. And I asked her to get me that. Like I asked her to get me a copy, an English copy, instead of an American copy while she was there. So she did, and I'm very excited and happy because this is so unique with the cover being like cloth. I don't know, it's just so different. I've never seen another one like this, so I'm very happy she picked it up for me. The last thing on the shelf that I have are my most read copies of the books. So this is a set of books 1 through 6, and then here's Deathly Hallows. So this I got, it's like the special hardcover edition, or whatever they called it, when Deathly Hallows first came out, and I pre-ordered it, and then it got mailed to my house, and it was a very important, very big day when like the girls in my family, we all read these books, when we all got our copy and read them like all at the same time so we could like discuss. It was a lot of fun. And so I got this, you know, special whatever hardcover in the little box copy. And then this set is also very special to me because my husband gave me this. So when I was getting into the Harry Potter books, I was borrowing them from my sister because I was late to Harry Potter. I did not start reading Harry Potter until college. So then when I started, I was like hooked right away during book 1, and I was borrowing my sister's copies, and my husband, who was my boyfriend at the time, you know, wanted me to have my own set so that I didn't have to keep borrowing them from her because being away at college, I was a couple hours away from her. And so he surprised me with this. He left them in my room. One day I just came back from class and found them in my room, and there's a sticky note on top from when he gave them to me. And I just like, I will never forget that. I will never forget that in my whole life, that he went out and got them for me, like special. You know, just a total surprise. He did that because he saw how into it I was and wanted to be supportive. And I will never ever forget that. And clearly I'm a little nutty about it because I still have the original sticky note, which I refuse to take off the box. So again, this is another part of my collection that no matter what, will be staying with me forever. Then on the last shelf, I have the Marauders map here on the top, which sometimes I've been taking little videos and putting on Instagram. I've done that, I don't know, I did that maybe 2, maybe 3 times, but I feel like I should do it more because it's so cool to see all the details in here, and it opens up so much. So maybe I'll do that again, or maybe I'll make a YouTube video showing like the whole Marauders map. That's okay, not a bad idea. Okay, so then I have this big set which we got from it's not Barnes & Noble, it's Best Buy. It was something with the B. We got this from Best Buy. It's got all the movies, and then it also came with some extra stuff. Yeah, it came with some books or some prints or something that's in there. And it also came with the Horcrux necklace that was up a few shelves, the locket. So it came with the locket and some other goodies in here, and I will take it out real quick to show you. Okay, please don't mind the dust, but that's the reality of the situation, is I do not dust this all the time. So that's, you just open it up that way and then like lift from the top, and then you pull this front panel down, and it looks like a packing case. So it opens this way, and then it opens this way, and it's got a separate like book kind of for each of the movies. So this one's Sorcerer's Stone, and it's got the movie on Blu-ray and the movie on DVD, and it even like tells you what page goes with what disc. And then this is the DVD special features. And which one is this? Oh, and then here's another special feature on Blu-ray. So like it has this type of book for all the movies in this box set. And some you open the drawers to find. Over here are some more. This drawer has label collection, like stickers and little artworks. Oh my gosh, the garbage man, I don't know if you can hear it, the garbage man outside is going crazy. There's year 7. And down here is certificate of authenticity. And I think there's a map. No, more pictures back there. Okay. There was a map or something like that with this collection. Anyway, more pictures behind there. And then the Horcrux, I think the Horcrux maybe was, yeah, I think it came in here. don't remember. Oh, and then this, I forget what this scroll is. Honestly, I'm not going to open it at the moment, but I forget what that scroll is. Something at the back also that, okay, this is the thing. At the back, it had this little like cardboard holder. So this was supposed to have another disc, I believe, in it. Not one of the movies, but like a special feature type thing, but it did not have it in there. And I contacted Best Buy and they're like, there's nothing we can do because we didn't make the set. So I am short one disc, which doesn't thrill me, but like literally there's nothing I can do. Moving on, we have some other Harry Potter books. So again, not storybooks, but like other Harry Potter books. So Harry Potter Page to Screen, which is a huge, wonderful book. I mean, it's just so big and heavy. It's got lots of great pictures. I don't know how much like of insides of books I'm allowed to show, but maybe I'll show some of this one. So here's Harry Potter Film Wizardry. And you know, they have a ton of books like this, you guys, where they talk about the movies and they talk about the artwork and they talk about the characters or the wands. So you can find a ton of these kinds of like extra books that are just extra things that you can add to your collection that you could spend a long time looking through and getting extra details on, and that have lots of little extra features that are really cool. So yeah, this is one of those books. Look at it, even opens up. I mean, there's so many that I've seen at the stores over the years of these extra books that you could find. And you know, so if you want one, I'm sure you're not going to be at a loss to find one. Then there's just some random stuff like Lego sticker book, and I have some Harry Potter coloring books and like a really old, I mean, look at this coloring book. This book is from that Warner Brothers studio tour that we went on. And again, absolutely amazing. I would go back there anytime. We got to see so many cool things. And we spent probably 6 hours there. I swear to God, like you could spend all day there. It was awesome. So I had to bring this home as a souvenir. Then I have a Newt Scamander movie scrapbook. This came in a Wizarding World loot crate. Again, one of the, I don't know what to call these, like just an extra artsy book. I don't know. I wish I could come up with a better name for what they are. Because, you know, when you say Harry Potter book, I'm not talking about storybook. I'm talking about like extra books. So gotta figure out what to call those. But then here's my unofficial Harry Potter cookbook, which I have made my first video for already for the beef casserole. And I'm going to be making more recipes out of this book and making more videos about those. So look out for those. Then last stuff on this shelf, in the back I have a framed little sign type of thing. It says on a scale of 1 to 10, I'd say my Harry Potter knowledge is 9 3/4. That's from a Harry Potter trivia night at a library where my team won. So I thought that was fun that they gave everybody a little prize. And then these are new. I got these for Christmas 2018. So it's a pop figure of Hagrid holding Harry's birthday cake that he made him. Then my Harry Potter eraser is never going to ever be used to erase. He's just going to stay part of my collection because I cannot imagine rubbing his little dome on some paper and ruining his hair or ruining his face or something by erasing with him. Never, never. He's just going to be collected and sit here nicely with Hagrid. The last thing I want to show you on the shelves is this Gryffindor banner. So this came from Wizarding World Loot Crate recently, and this is not the best and like final permanent home for this thing. I just did not know where else to put it right now. So I've kind of taped it up to the shelf and folded it in half. Like there's more to it. It's a really nice looking banner. I just didn't want to like stick it up on my walls and whatever, I don't know. So it's just living here for now. So that is everything on my actual bookshelves, but I have some games and puzzles I want to show you too. So things that don't fit on the bookshelves are my Harry Potter games and puzzles. So I just kind of set them all out here. I'm hoping this is an okay way to show them. But as you can see, I have numerous. I have several Harry Potter games and puzzles. And some of these have been bought brand new from a store. And but plenty of these are from a thrift store. So I have just kept my eyes peeled at thrift stores and especially at Goodwill's over the years and managed to find a bunch of these. So I have things like Harry Potter Puzzle Within a Puzzle. I have this brand new puzzle hasn't even been opened. This one and this one, I believe, were Barnes & Noble finds. And then I have this Burrow 3D puzzle, which I just got for Christmas, which I'm excited to put together. I haven't had a chance yet, but I want to do that soon because I've never done a 3D puzzle before. Then I have all of these Harry Potter puzzles. I mean, just this one says glow in the dark, and this one you can see. Oh, also glow in the dark. Look at Goodwill, $2. Now I know I'm taking a gamble buying these at the thrift store that all the pieces might not be there, and to me it's worth the risk to like try a Harry Potter puzzle. Even if I'm missing a piece or two, at least it was fun to do the puzzle. So this one has like a magic spinner, and it says 3 two-sided puzzles and 2 charms and all kinds of stuff. Look at this one also is from thrift store for $2.25. These, I don't know. They're probably from thrift stores, I'll be honest. A lot of these puzzles are from a thrift store. I also have this Hogwarts battle game. I did not know what to think of this. So this is just a few years old, and then this is the extension for it, which, you know, is a little bit newer. But so these aren't super old games, and they're deck building games, and I did not know what that meant. I wasn't into deck building games, so I was really skeptical, but it's Harry Potter, so I wanted to try them. Let me tell you, this game is a lot of fun, and you can play for like hours. It could just, I don't know. It's really good. So if you're nervous about what deck building means, maybe you can't learn, maybe you won't figure it out. No, you can figure it out. If I can figure it out, you can figure it out. And it's a really good time. This is the extension where you add the creatures. It makes it even harder, like it needed to be harder anyway, but this is well worth the money. Next, I have some Harry Potter trivia games, but they're like board games too. So you can kind of see from the picture. And I'll look at that one. But this one, look, I found this for $1.95 at the thrift store. So this is the Chamber of Secrets trivia game. And then this one was the Sorcerer's Stone trivia game. Brand new in plastic for $5 from Goodwill. And again, I know that just like the puzzles, it's a risk to buy a game from any thrift store because you might not have all the pieces. But again, I'm willing to take that risk and open everything up and check it out and, you know, organize it and see if all the pieces are there. That's just like, I'm willing to do that. If you're not willing to do that, then definitely don't spend the money on thrift store games because you might end up getting burned. I also have a Whomping Willow game from a thrift store for $3. And I have Quidditch, the game it's called. That was $1.99. That's the back of that. I haven't tried that one yet. I have a Diagon Alley board game, brand new in plastic. I think I might have bought this one. Yes, look, I paid full price for this baby, $15. That's probably why I'm reluctant to open it and take it out of the plastic because I'm going to keep it new. I have a Sorcerer's Stone Mystery at Hogwarts game. And a Sorcerer's Stone The Game. I spent more time like worrying about collecting them at first, so now that that's what I've done, now I want to go through and actually start playing them and checking them for all of the pieces and, you know, learning how to play and all that. So that's my next step now that I've got my collection really full. I've also got a second edition Harry Potter Seen It. I'm sure that there was a first edition, obviously, and I'm sure that there were later editions, but this is just the one that we happened to get, so I hung on to it. And then I have this Harry Potter. It says 3D, but I think what it means is like it's a hologram. Is that what it's called? When it goes like that and it kind of moves a little bit. So I have this one. It says magical creatures on it. Then I have this puzzle, which we got for Christmas last year. And I don't know what to say about this puzzle. My sister did this on purpose. She bought this puzzle, and it is the hardest puzzle. You might not think so. You might look at this picture and be like, well, it doesn't seem bad. It's just some Dementors, and there's the school, and okay, no big deal. Like, literally no big deal. First of all, this puzzle is a nice size. It's 30 by 18, so it's not a tiny little puzzle. Second of all, it's 1,000 pieces. And third of all, it is the hardest puzzle I have ever seen in my entire life. It is, my husband and my mother worked on this puzzle for so long. And I tried to help, but I was no help because I just can't make heads or tails of it. The pieces are all black. And the pieces that aren't black are few and far between, like, you know, for the moon and some of the lights for the school. But most of the puzzle is just solid pitch black, and you cannot tell where anything goes. So this is officially, I have found it, the world's hardest puzzle. I also have a Harry Potter Trivial Pursuit and Wizard's Chest. This is some kind of thrift store find. And then I have another, and these boxes, as you can tell, these have seen better days. Some of these are very old. But I've got a Hogwarts Checkers and then a Wizard's Chess game down there as well. And last but not least, as part of my collection, but not really part of my collection, you know, this is my cat Hugo. And I have named him Hugo. Yeah, you can have the treats, bub. It's okay. You can play with the treat bag. The reason I named him Hugo is because Ron and Hermione have a son named Hugo. And since I love Hermione, I wanted my son to be named the same as her son. So I consider my cat, well, you know, like my cats are my kids. So he's my little furry son. Well, that's it for my Harry Potter collectibles. So I hope you enjoyed seeing my collection. If you have any questions or comments about pretty much anything Harry Potter related, please feel free to share that down below. And hopefully the cat doesn't knock over the camera. But otherwise, thanks very much for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.